Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with your ClarkCountyToday.com video update for Wednesday, December the 9th. While delays continue with reporting of COVID-19 data for Clark County, 210 cases were added Tuesday, with deaths now up to 115. Now, that total included 7 deaths that were removed, at least for the moment. 10 more were added from recent days. Now, all of that is because the state is changing how it reports deaths. Suspected deaths will include anyone who tested positive 28 days before their death. That's down from 60 days previously. Confirmed deaths must include COVID-19 as a cause of death on the certificate, but the state is removing records that have yet to be finalized. Now, the state has been transitioning to a new database, leading to some of the reporting delays and changes, but with the hope that the end result will mean more real-time information. And as always, we'll post the latest numbers to our Facebook page as soon as they come in. Now, meanwhile, Clark County Public Health today announced they are adjusting quarantine recommendations to be consistent with updated guidance from the CDC. Under these new guidelines, anyone not living or working in a high-priority setting, such as long-term care facilities, healthcare settings, food processing, schools, or the county jail, would only need to quarantine for 10 days rather than 14 after contact with a known case, so long as they don't develop symptoms, or 7 days with a negative COVID-19 test after the 5th day. Well, despite rising COVID-19 cases and concern from teachers and some parents, Vancouver Public Schools is planning to move ahead with bringing more students into buildings. At a school board meeting this week, Superintendent Steve Webb said first grade hybrid classes could start at the beginning of next February, with second grade starting out later in the month. Now, the board heard new numbers showing high school students getting a D or an F have increased 18% over last year, with at-risk students and minorities faring the worst. The district plans to begin recalling furloughed classified employees next month, with the goal of being fully staffed by February to assist teachers with the added workload. The plan has met with some pushback from some educators who feel the district is moving too quickly, even as COVID-19 case numbers remain well over earlier thresholds. Now, the district had originally agreed not to move to hybrid learning until case numbers were well below 75 per 100,000 people for at least 3 consecutive weeks. The governor's office and state school superintendent have been weighing whether to change those metrics, but no official decision has been reached. Parents in another Clark County school district are pushing for a full reopening of in-person learning. On Tuesday, around 40 parents and students in the Ridgefield school district gathered outside the administrative offices, concerned that many are falling far behind with continuing online-only education.
It is time to open up the schools. It's time to open up the schools. It's time to advocate for our kids. I am a nurse. I advocate for patients, and part of nursing care is you keep the patient as the center of your care. Our teachers, our administrators, our teachers' unions need to start putting the children back into the center of these schools. We need to advocate for our kids. They are not learning very well. We've got kids that are abused. We've got kids that are poverty. We've got kids that are hungry. The school is the safe system for them. These teachers need to advocate for our children. They need to get back into the classroom. So that is why I am here. It is time to start advocating for our kids.
Now, the Ridgefield School District had planned to begin hybrid classes for kindergarten students, but delayed until after the new year as COVID-19 cases spiked. The parents who attended Tuesday's rally said they feel as if their concerns aren't being heard about the emotional and social health of students. To learn more, read our full story at ClarkCountyToday.com. Well, the issues with how public schools operate during a pandemic could present the perfect time to talk about additional education choices for parents, at least according to Southwest Washington Representative Vicki Kraft. In a letter shared with Clark County Today, the 17th District Republican said she'd like to pass legislation to allow parents to use K-12 funding that would normally go to public schools to pay for homeschooling resources or private education. Kraft said she plans to pre-file legislation to do that ahead of the 2021 session that starts in January. The program would allow parents to use the estimated $12,000 the state spends per public school student if they want to pay for alternative education. You can read more about her proposal by reading the full guest column at ClarkCountyToday.com. Well, earlier this year, we told you about an interesting idea by Camas-based musical duo Fox and Bones facing the cancellation of shows due to the pandemic. Sarah Vitort and Scott Gilmore launched a business selling personalized songs written as a gift for a loved one. The Our Custom Song project has been ramping up since September, with Fox and Boats crafting 2 full custom songs and a couple dozen songrams. With a new wave of pandemic restrictions and families divided during the holidays, Sarah and Scott are hoping more people will submit requests. Since starting the songrams, Sarah and Scott have covered the whole gamut from Green Day to Dolly Parton. Right now, Our Custom Song has a contest open through December 15th to win a free songram, along with a Black Friday sale that also goes through next Tuesday, so check them out. You know, sometimes I wish Paul Valencia and I could change roles. You see, I'm here reading the news, and he's out in the center working, eating pastries and candy. And anyway, here's Paul with a business profile of Sadie and Josie's Bakery.
Hey, it's National Pastry Day, but we don't need an excuse to come to Sadie and Josie's Bakery in La Center, the legendary bakery in La Center. They've got everything. They got candy, they got donuts, and of course they got pastries, and it's all so delicious.
I'm Sadie Shapovalov at Sadie and Josie's Bakery, and we've been here for about 10 years now, and love being a part of the community, love the outreach and the excitement that we see when people come in and try our pastries, and I personally love all the pastries that we make. I'm a bakery addict, so my absolute favorite thing to bake is breads. I love handling the dough and mixing the dough and molding the dough. My favorite thing to eat is probably the pastries with the fermented yeast taste of the cinnamon rolls, or I love the texture of the scones.
You can't make me go to a bakery without me bringing something home. Thank you very much, Sadie and Josie.
Very sweet stuff, Paul. Hopefully he saved me something. Anyway, that is our check of the stories you'll find at ClarkCountyToday.com. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. News tips, emails, and feedback, go to news@ClarkCountyToday.com. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back with you again tomorrow.